Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Noita, where we're in that place again, and we're about to do that thing again, except this time that thing does not include me being eaten by a goddamn dragon. And I feel very confident of that, because we're just going to not wake the dragon up. That's my solution to that problem. So, I managed to pick up Essence to Power, and we have a wand where I can actually use it. Like, it's not completely insane to fire Essence to Power out of this wand. With only one projectile and the cast delay that we have, we can do that. I found a glowing lance wand in the first area, and the way I found it was terrifying, because I found it in the hands of an enemy who was shooting it at me. But I managed to wrest it from his grip, and now we have glowing lance, which I love. We have this thing, so we can do surface shenanigans on this run, and we just have a ton of acid, in case we needed a ton of acid. And we have some fun modifiers. We have one of those healing huts, which is cool, and I have high hopes. Also, both fire and electricity immunity. And we're just going to shoot a lot of glowing lances and a lot of Hisi. That's where we're at today. I realized something while I was prepping for this. I was thinking about what we would have to do to actually route around and grab all of the orbs that we know of. And I'm not even 100% sure. It's a good start. Good solid start here. I'm not even 100% sure how many wands we know at this point. It's a bunch, and I think that's probably a good sign. But if there's some kind of thing that requires you to get all of the wands to do it, which I assume is the case, I definitely... Oh, you know what? We can just cut through from above him. I brought the stuff. It's not going to harm that explosive barrel, is it? No, it's made of wood. It's fine. Let's actually pop that now, though, so I don't have to worry about it later. Okay. Hold on. I want to be real sneaky here. Can I melt this enough? I also figured out that if you combine water and concentrated mana, it turns all the water into concentrated mana, so we can definitely... What have I done? What is happening down there? Is this freezing vapor that's coming up here? Anyway, we can make more. As long as we still have water and concentrated mana, we can make as much as we need. I really wanted that thing there to melt. It looks like the stuff just slides down. It will not corrode a vertical surface. It will slide off the surface first. Wow, the knockback on these is real silly. Unfortunately... this wand doesn't actually fire all that many times in a row. It doesn't seem like it's doing any extra damage. Maybe I'm not... Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if this Essence to Power thing is actually... Oh, right, I'm fire immune. Let's just go get it. What is the wording on this exactly? Increases a projectile's damage based on the number of creatures nearby. I don't know. It doesn't really seem to be doing very much. Hey, those are healing bolts! That's why you don't seem like a dangerous guy, you just have a heal gun! Well, was it working? I couldn't really tell. Okay, Oh, I was gonna say let's cut through the area above him, but sure, that's fine, just fall off. Makes my life a lot easier. I bet it's actually working. It's not showing us, like, green numbers to indicate the healing or anything, but if it wasn't working, I think he would probably be behaving differently, because, like, he shot a certain number of healing bolts at him and then stopped and flew away like his job was done. So I bet he did actually heal him to fall in that time. Try not... Nope, I just cut it in half instead of dropping it on there. I just want to get rid of the tank, you know? I hate these things so much. They're so dangerous. Wow, that's just... Come on. I'm trying to, like, jump backwards quickly because I don't want to set this thing off and have it come flying at my face like a missile. But it really is not reacting as much as I was expecting. You know that I'm shooting you, right? No? Okay, there it is. Weird. Usually when you shoot those, like, as soon as you create a little break in them, the pressurized contents start behaving like pressurized contents, right? Oh, hey, is that a thing we've not seen before? Stop. Ow. Well, okay, I'll say this about it. It is doing a lot of damage, but it's probably just Glowing Lance being great, if anything. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling okay. Like, I don't think our position's amazing, but I do think that Glowing Lance is such a solid spell. It really does solve problems. Those are some big crits. What am I doing? Why would I do that? Why would I go... Why would I stand on that explosive willingly? What is this? The duration of a projectile is set to 0. Huh. So, like, you should never fire this wand. Right? Because it'll make the bombs that come out of it explode instantly. Or at least when the shuffle selects this space. That's, we're gonna take that. We might be able to find something fun to do with that. Stupid Glowing Lance behaves very erratically in regards to projectiles. Being fireproof is real fun. I'm very pleased with it. Yeah, I just kind of can't tell if Essence to Power is doing anything. The wand, as it stands right now, is extremely getting the job done, and I love that. There were blue sparkles on that guy. Is that the Essence to Power working? It has blue in the icon, but I don't know, man. Let's make ourselves a little window here. Aha, you fools. There are blue sparkles. Okay, so I think the blue sparkles are related, probably, to the Essence to Power. I think it might just be the case that it does not do a lot of damage. It's not adding much. Maybe we'll be, like, really glad we have it. So yeah, we fire it, and it makes the enemies sparkly. So, like, I guess that's it counting them, maybe? But it looked like the hit when that guy wasn't sparkly, we hit him for, like, 18. And then when he was sparkly, we hit him for like 23. It's not really... At 110 extra mana per shot, it's not really the numbers I'm looking for. Oh, I hate this. But I love that. Come on. Damn it. Get him. There we go. Hell of a shot, if I do say so myself. I'm just going to let all of the snow fall into the laser here. Oh, okay, maybe I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to let them come over here. Right in the toes. Exactly what I was looking for. It's kind of crazy how heavy the Glowing Lance projectile is. It starts falling immediately. So yeah, I need to at some point just kind of go through and do a little inventory of the secrets that we've figured out and the things that we still need to figure out. Come here, you. Wow, that guy had a lot of blood in him. What is this? Are there worms? Oh, there might be worms. I shouldn't be up here. This is like the worst place to be if a worm shows up. Well, I don't love that. Nope, healing guy, you back off. Okay. I don't know how fast healing guy heals, but it looks like it's not fast enough. Oh, weird. Ah, okay, back up. Oh dear. Got him. That was a pretty smart drop out of the sky there. These guys are displaying a level of tactics and technique that I don't really like to see from my enemies. Oh my god, just let me blow it up, please. Okay, never mind. Too late. Doesn't matter anymore. So, okay. What I do think we are getting here... what does matter is that it looks like we're able to tell that the essence to power thing is counting the enemies from quite far away. It's using the word nearby incorrectly, I would say. Don't you do it. Ordinarily, I do not think that would be a very smart thing to do. But with a fire immunity, all things are possible. I was hoping that was going to cut clean through. Well, I mean, I'll just detonate it. Nope, I won't. Never mind. It does take a very long time to... You know, I should probably... In that situation, I could have used the drill. Not broadly. Not generally a good idea to drill a propane tank. That's another piece of real-world life advice from your old pal here. Luminous Drill is such a good weapon in the situations where you can afford to use it as a weapon. Got him. Twice as much gold for being willing to kick a thing that explodes and kills me all the time. So... I thought I remembered... Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought I remembered that there was a biome off the left side of this, and that was where we found the, Holy Hand Grenade? Was that off the left side of the jungle, maybe? Maybe. Yeah, I need to just, I need to take notes. This game is too big and has too many things in it for me to not be taking notes, given my memory and everything. There we go. Now I'm so glad I compromised the structural integrity of this thing. Well, let's just, let's finish it off. Or I guess I could go around it. You know what? Why don't I just go around it, though? Ugh, I hate the ones with the rifles. They always hit me just before I would hit them. They're unfortunately really good at the video game. Alright, you are also getting the drill. Just have to be careful because the drill will destroy the gold as well. Yep, I did this wrong, and I managed to create a hole that is big enough for them to shoot through. Ow. Again, the ones with the rifles. Alright, well I do feel like we gotta leave pretty soon here. Let's make sure I'm not... Okay, yeah, we're not missing anything over there. I love being immune to fire. It's probably not as mechanically good as being immune to explosions, but it is real good. I think you would probably want both of them, right? Before you would take the Essence of Fire. We can't verify that the explosion from Essence of Fire deals damage to you, because when we had it, we had explosion immunity, but I would guess that it feels like the Noita way for that to work would be for it to deal damage to you. Just think about it. If we get... Oh, okay, alright. Well, you're not allowed to have that. I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's a lightning bolt wand. You're extremely not allowed to have that. Okay, well now the enemy has the lightning bolt wand. I vote we disengage. I don't need to live in this world. I don't need to get shot by a lightning bolt from that sniper. Let us continue to look for more hearts near the exit. I love hearts that are near the exit. You know what? That's stupid. That's a recipe for stupid. I'm just gonna leave. That's too many guys. I don't feel like we need to engage with that many guys. Alright. In theory, I suppose... Wow. Wow, a lot of lightning. Is that just general crits? Yeah, okay. This has a second large firebolt in it. Also Death Cross. And honestly, this wand is not bad. No shuffle, double shot. You can maybe do something with this. And then over here, we just have a single charge of magic arrow. For some reason, the altar is on fire. Oh, God. Please don't breach the thing. Dissolve powders, invisibility. There's something to be said for invisibility. I do like dissolve powders as well. If we don't buy any wands, I can reroll. I do have a lot of money. Like, I wouldn't feel safe using... God damn it. No, I have not. I was right here. Shit. Well, okay. Let me back us up. Let's do whatever wand craft we want to do. I'm definitely taking Nulla out of this thing. And I don't know what I want to do with quadruple spell. So we do have... If we bought that wand that has Death Cross in it, we do have delivery methods for Death Cross. That could be okay. I don't really think we need bomb or acid, so I'm not going to worry too much about like removing these in case we throw away these wands. So, do we want to build a trigger a Sparkbolt explosion wand? We could also just drop off Firebolt that way with 40 charges of Firebolt. Honestly, even with just 20, with just using one of these. But Sparkbolt with trigger is not necessarily going to work the way I want in a non-shuffle wand. We could do these in a shuffle wand, but the 475 mana charge speed is like a critical part of what we're doing here. Okay, I wish I had just committed to a perk. I was like, let's go back and figure things out. But if I had grabbed a perk, we could just dig through the ground beneath us right now. I guess we could dig through... We could mole ourselves over to the perks. I'm gonna do it. Where we're going, we don't need protection from the servants of the gods. Oh, hold on. Our mana thing is not full. Let's just fill up on that. Okay. You know, we never have figured out what the worm crystal does. Does it attract the worms toward the temple? It certainly doesn't keep them out of it. We know that worms anger the gods all the time. We're gonna kill a worm. We're gonna kill a worm crystal. I don't, though. I don't really feel less safe. It was already the case that the worms could enter the temple whenever they wanted. Maybe it was like the worm crystal keeps some like scary worm from spawning, because that's a scary worm icon there. Alright, so my plan here is we're going to dig a tunnel that leads to the perks. A tunnel that's large enough for us to traverse it quickly while not getting hung up on things. And then we're going to go back up top and we're going to lure the boss forward. Or maybe he's going to lure himself forward. Works for me. And then we'll just run back to our tunnel and then quickly get under it, grab a perk, and then get out of here. Because I do want perk, and we're gonna just re-roll these perks. And then I think we're going back up to the surface because everything's gotten real ominous around here, and I don't like it. I don't like all these omens. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna dig a pit for some of this water to end up in, just so that we're not constantly submerged. Because it's making our movement all weird, and let's just lower the water level here. I don't actually want to dig down into the next area because I have concerns about the spider enemies coming up. Is he finding his way around to the tunnel? He kind of is. Maybe we need to go faster. Run! Show me something really great. Shit. I'll take it. You know what? Actually, with us using Lance, this is really good. Yeah, our Lances will now actually have some travel. Okay, and that should keep the boss from messing with us. So, now what? We kind of have the run of the place. How did you even do that? He's now being lethally compressed by the rocks, I guess, but how did he even get in there? Brennan wants to go over there and kill him. Okay, yeah. Do we want to just go back up to the surface? There's still stuff we can explore. I wish we'd picked up, I wish we could go back to the frozen vault. Yeah, okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to make you watch me dig back to the frozen vault. I think we can get back. I think I can get back there in a pretty reliable way. Like, the other option, of course, is we could go up to the surface and just, we could explore the cloudscape, I guess. Or frozen vault, or try to go back to the tower. I don't feel like we'd be terrible in the tower. Oh, hold on. How dare you? Is he dead? No. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna drill the shit out of him. Actually, he's doing this in kind of an annoying way. You're getting drilled. Yeah, him staying all the way at the back of the tunnel actually makes it really hard for me to do that thing. So yeah, we could go to the tower. I feel like we're pretty tough, but I don't know. I don't feel like I would survive the tower. I think we actually have to dig out, like, upward. Seeing the number of huge spider enemies who are about to make this a real issue. Here we go. Here's my brilliant plan. You know, it's doing damage. Okay. Oh, good, and he got stuck, so we can claim his gold. What a nightmare. What a nightmare this game is. Anyway, when you come back, or when I come back to you, we'll be in the frozen vault. I'll see you in a moment. Hey, everybody. I had a weird discovery just now. Welcome back to the thing, to the time when we discover a thing. I have retreated a little bit down my tunnel so that I can recreate the process of discovery a little bit for you. I was just cutting through the rock, and I'll admit, I'm more of an upward sort of way than usual. And I hit this, and I was like, what on earth? Did I somehow dig up and to the left into a biome that we know to be directly above us? And then I thought, well, you know what? I do not know that. I do not know that the biomes are all directly above one another. There's teleportation involved, right? Maybe it is the case that the coal pits are up and to the left from the teleporter underneath the Hisi base. That's weird. That's a weird thing. But I was like, okay, we'll just dig through a little bit here. I mean, it's fine. It digs real fast. Like, it's a real good surface for getting through. And then I hit another rock wall. And I was like, well, you know what? Let's just get up into space. I could climb back upward through the coal pits. That would be no problem at all. And here's what I discovered when I started doing that. I don't know where we are, but this seems like a weird thing. So welcome. There's definitely like waves of purple happening in there, and that makes me nervous. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to dig around the edge of this weird steel chamber, and we're going to figure out what's going on in kind of a safe way. I would like to enter from the top, if that's possible, because I feel like getting to retreat upward and then around an elbow bend is like a really, that feels like a real safe retreat pattern to me. Also, maybe we can make like a little bit of money here. Not that we will have a terrible amount of use for money, because as we discussed before, once you sort of go outside of the rules of the game, dollars stop being useful. Okay. Let's dig around the edge a little bit more, because I don't know what we're looking at here. There's definitely scary purple tendrils. What a thing to just stumble across. How are you supposed to find all this stuff? I mean, I guess I am literally finding all this stuff, so maybe shut up, SB. Maybe everything's working as intended here. Okay, yeah, something real scary is going on in there. Where are we in relation? We're just, like, in the wall. Again, up and to the left some of the temple. So what I did was I dug back into the temple. I went over the rocks that were crushing the servant of the gods. And then I just went out the left wall of the temple, sort of left and up. And I kept going left and up at approximately that angle the whole way. It's just... Is it a completely contained room? Like, there's no entrance? Well, I mean, obviously we have an entrance. Yeah, and I mean, that's fair. If you can find this, you must already have a way that you could dig through the metal. Is this like a big I shape? That's just the letter Z. That spells just the letter Z. That's a different kind of spelling. What is happening? Why is that just the letter Z? There's like a, you get used to things being weird. I'm not trying to say that, this is weird and nothing else that happens in Noita is weird. Ooh, I dug through. Okay. The purple energy is not, it's kind of reaching through the wall. Now I'm worried. But like, you get used to things being weird in a certain way. Oh, it's definitely reaching through the wall. I'm gonna go, okay. We're gonna try that thing I was talking about. We're gonna try digging through here. And, yeah, and it's just rock. Weird. Why am I collecting the money? We don't need the money. We're going to try digging through here, but we're going to do it from above so that we can escape upward and then hide around a corner really easily. Should that be necessary. Alright, purple energy, are you actually scary? You do... Oh, that's a portal. I mean, it looks like a portal. Will you damage me? No, purple energy does no damage. Oh, we only have room to pick up one thing. I didn't know we were going to have to pick stuff up. Chain bolt. Zeta. Is that lava to blood? Oh, it is. God damn it. I really want lava to blood. But I can't not pick up Zeta. Oh, no. Oh, that fucking sucks. Because we're in a situation here where we actually can get to the lava to blood, like the big lake of lava. So lava to blood has real world, like, value. Also, I should note, when I dug back into the temple, I was not allowed to edit wands in there. I checked. I was not able to drag stuff around. So we won't necessarily be able to, like, it may well be the case that we will never be allowed to edit wands again. I guess I could get all the way down to the jungle again. Man, maybe that's a plan. We could go all the way back down to the jungle, and then we could find the, we could find the teleporter down there, go to that temple, use editing time to clear some space, and then come back up here and pick up some more of this stuff. Because lava to blood. I'm going to pick up Zeta for right now, and we're going to find out. Copies a random spell in another wand you're holding. Huh. What a weird thing. And then, I don't even... Is that good? It doesn't seem that good. So it's just, you would put it in a slot. It copies a random spell in a different wand, not even in the wand that you fired it from. So that seems incredibly dangerous. I don't think Zeta's good, but we learned. We had to learn. It's possible that the lava to blood thing wouldn't do anything anyway. Portal back. Back where? I guess we're about to find out. Here we go! Oh! Huh. So... I guess if you put something in the... I wonder what you would have to put in the hourglass to make it portal you to I-Town. Is there vitreous fluid in the game? Can we fill this hourglass with vitreous fluid? Are there any enemies that are just big eyes? What do they bleed? There are not. That's not... As many types of weirdness as there are in Noita, that's not really one of them. Huh. You know, we didn't even find this place on this run. Where are we? This'll take us back down to the spell area, where they have explosion and burning trail. Yo, burning trail would actually be really fun right now since we're fire immune. Like for the first time, accelerative homing, that might be interesting. I mean, obviously, I like it a lot better as a wand modifier than as a perk because you can just not put it in all of your wands, and then you have wands that function the way you want. So, where are we? Oh, fucking... God damn it. Asshole. Well... I guess that's true. We didn't actually go down the right wall, so this is just one of the versions of this biome that did spawn the area. Okay, well, thanks for the money. Okay, well, I should not... So that teleported us all the way across the biomes, though? Because now we're to the right again. I wonder if that was to the left of where we are right now? So let me think. We should be above... It might actually be. You fool. Okay, I'm gonna, I guess, cut the recording again and get back on task. And I'll see y'all when we get to the place that we were actually going. Hey everybody, check out all this lava I found. I found what I'm pretty sure is it's not letting me. Hold on. We're not getting the mouse over. There it is. Lava. Okay. I was curious. As you can see in the display up here, we now have one orb of true knowledge. I got to where we were going eventually. I got to the bottom of the snowy wasteland and picked up the orb there. And then I was like, you know what we don't know? What's below the snowy wasteland? And it turns out to be quite a lot of lava. I'm not 100% certain, I should clarify, that fire immunity would not protect us from being immersed in lava. But I bet it won't. So I'm not going to go down there. But imagine if we had lava to blood. We know where there's a lava to blood. Part of me wants to... I mean, listen, you can drown in blood. This is not a real solution, I guess. But this is very curious, like... Why would it not just be cursed rock? Usually what we find is cursed rock when we hit the world boundary. And part of me... sometimes I hate my brain. Part of me wants to just dig sideways, just dig both left and right along the lava forever until we hit either the cursed rock or the whatever. Let's just map this whole damn game world, right? The thing is, this is pretty easy to do. We can kind of do this whenever we find Luminous Drill. I should probably stay focused. We're going back to the Frozen Vault because I actually feel like with the thing we have right now, we can legitimately fight difficult monsters. So yeah, I'll be back when we're actually back at the place. I promise I won't get distracted and dig for lava anymore. Probably. Okay, I may not have done exactly what I said I was going to do. I kind of did the opposite. Listen, for good reason. I started going up the wall in the snowy wasteland, kind of the way we did last time we were down there. And then I thought, you know what? There's a lot of dangerous stuff in the Frozen Vault. Why don't we just enter it from the bottom, the way we did with the snowy wasteland? You know, we found that orb without having to do very much fighting at all, and we could just do the same thing. So I reasoned, we don't know exactly how deep the Frozen Vault is. So we should probably actually be at the bottom, right? So I dug back down to the lava, and then I dug left all the way to the cursed rock. And then I did some more digging, and listen, you don't need to be apprised on all the twists and turns. Suffice it to say, I've been in this wall for well over a real-world hour. But I did find something kind of fascinating. So here we are. I'm just showing you the lava here to give you a sense... to give you a sense of depth and distance. If we continue up this tunnel that crisscrosses my other tunnel, you can see I have discovered not the bottom of the Frozen Vault. That's a problem we'll get to eventually. But rather, and yes, it was a lot, like I said, it's been over an hour. I've discovered the bottom of the lake. This is definitely the big lake, and I can tell you that because I've dug a significant percentage of the way around the edge of it. It's a lot of water. But, as you can see, just to give you a little bit more of a sense here, for the vast majority of the lake's edge, it looks like this, sort of that natural, procedurally generated, rocky stuff. But down here at the very bottom left corner, it gets regular. And now, this is not the bottom left corner in a, it's sort of a big rectangle sense. The left side of the lake has, staircasing, a little bit like the extremely dense rock coming out of the snowy wasteland. So the lake, does this thing several times, and the whole way up, it's irregular, craggy rock, except for right down here at the very bottom. And, as you can see, there is actually a structure in the background. Most of the way around the rock, most of the time I've been digging through the wall, it's got this kind of background, just this speckled nonsense. But there's actually something going on here. Now, I tried getting right up against it and listening very closely, and I'm going to shut up here in a second so you can all do the same. Let me carve a little, very carefully, carve a little shelf here for us to actually stand on. It's actually kind of not doing it. The point I was going to make is, I was listening for the orb song, and I do not hear it. But I did hear some other weird noises. There was some other strange background noise. But now I'm wondering if it's just world ambience, because it's not doing it now. Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, this has got to be something, right? So how are we going to investigate this? I'm telling you, it's tall. There's a lot of lake up there. We certainly couldn't just swim down. But, given the way liquids behave in this game, if I make a hole... If I make a hole in the bottom of this, it is going to be a problem. Maybe I should have thought about having a plan here before I basically dug out the entire bottom of the thing. Because if we make a hole in the bottom of the lake, it's going to fill these tunnels down here. And I guess that's not a big deal. I don't actually care about these tunnels. But maybe that's okay. If I dig a hole right here, a lot of water's going to flow out over a very long time. I wonder what will happen. I do not think it is feasible to drain the entire lake. It's too much water. It's an ocean more than a lake. But I do want to investigate this bottom left corner. I just want to get in here and see, you know? What happens if I dig in sort of like this? What happens if I dig a slant route in... Oop, that's dug out my footing a little more than I was expecting. I guess you would want to do it in a, you'd want a really, really steep angle. Yeah, see, because this doesn't, the weight of the water above it doesn't actually push down enough to cause it to come up. So if I just widen this a little bit, then we can fit through here. I'd be really careful. Okay. Oh, there's garbage. All right. As I agitate it, it is starting to flow over, though, huh? Oh! Oh! It's not an orb room. How would we get that? I mean, I could try to drain the whole lake. It's gotta be an essence of water, right? What do I think an essence of water is gonna do to us? Because it's gonna ruin the run, right? So it almost goes without saying. The first time we pick up an essence, it immediately kills us. Maybe this isn't the run for this. But now we know that there is something in the lake. Maybe even more than one something. Out of curiosity, how much vision... Okay, we got vision quite a way up, but it's not like all the... I'm just curious if we could tell where this this background texture ends. So like I said, just to show you, the bottom of the lake does this staircasing thing a couple of times. I dug pretty much down the entire left side of the lake. I have not done the same to the right side of the lake, so I don't know if it just goes up straight or if it's like this as well, and the whole lake is sort of like an inverted pyramid shape. That seems likely to me, the latter there. But yeah, it does this a few times. Like I said, I've been in this wall for a really long time. I definitely slowly went mad in the darkness by myself, alone with my thoughts, which is the thing that no one should ever be alone with. And I don't mean their thoughts, I mean my thoughts. But I got better, obviously. You know, I took a break, had a salad and some Dr. Pepper, and I'm good. That's good brain food, right? Part of me wants to try to drain the entire lake to get access to that. Does the luminous drill... The luminous drill must let us dig through to the, dig through that kind of brickwork up there, right? Oh, I don't remember. I remember that it seemed remarkably difficult to break. And I know that we can kill it with a black hole. What I'm thinking is that... Well, this is a bad idea. What I was thinking was that if we could just get under it fast enough, we could, you know, dig an air hole into it. But that ain't gonna work, right? Because how do I get out? Like, that may well work for getting in there, but then I can't get out. And I can't breathe in concentrated mana, can I? I'm pretty sure. I guess let's 100%. You can submerge yourself in... You could drown yourself in concentrated mana. Yes, you totally do drown in that. Well, I've just converted the entire lake to concentrated mana. That's a thing that's going to happen, just sort of naturally over time, which is maybe a bad thing to have done because it is going to become harder to see in it. Concentrated mana is very bright. I should probably... Hold on. Let's just... I hate all the tiny little pixels that have been left behind by the digging. They make it such a nightmare to move around. We should probably make sure we've actually refilled the bottle, right? Okay. I am really, like, strongly considering just punching a hole in the bottom of this and trying to drain it. There's a lot of tunnel down there. There's a lot of room for it to spread over. As soon as we do that, though, it's going to get really hard to get from the left side to the right side, right? So I guess we want to be on the... There's not anything on the left side. Like I said, it just goes all the way over to the, all the way over to the cursed rock. So I guess I want to be on the right side, and I am just going to carve a big hole in the middle here, and we'll see what happens. Hey, you know what I don't know? What happens when concentrated mana touches lava? Let's maybe go and do a quick experiment. Does it just turn into... Does it form a layer of rock on top of the lava the way that water does? Or... Okay, be careful here. Do not fling yourself down the hill into lava. No, actually it just sits on top of it. Yeah. Weird. Okay, well. I do believe that this is the plan. I think we're gonna dump a tremendous amount of concentrated mana down this tunnel, and it'll fill the tunnels below to some extent. There'll still be air pockets and stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, this ought to be a fun thing to have happen. I may not, I may turn off the recording, because it's, I imagine, going to take a long time for the levels to change the way they're going to have to change. But I think we should be basically safe just sitting right here watching this happen. It won't even start to fill this tunnel up until after enough has flowed through. We should probably boost the process a little. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I floated upward way more than I went to there. I don't like the fact that we're getting mana out here. That's worrying. Okay, but now we've accelerated the rate of transfer considerably. That said, there's a lot of lake in this lake. That's my official opinion on the matter. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna spend some time digging up the left or up the right side of the lake here while this drains out, and I'll bring y'all back once that process has either finished or hit equilibrium. Okay, it's actually only been like a minute since the end of that last bit, but look at this. Digging up the wall here, I found more background stuff, and the wall gets consistent again. So, like, yeah, just to give you an idea of the distance, like, I'm really, really not very far off. Did this happen already? Did this actually already completely fill? It's kind of hard to tell if it's still moving, because, like, you know. But there was movement visible in the pixels. Yeah, I guess it's really not that big of a tunnel. It wasn't anyway. But yeah, I'm real curious about this now. Why is there another background? How are you supposed to access this stuff on the occasions, the many, many, many occasions, the large percentage of occasions, when you do not have access to the underwater breathing perk? I mean, are there underwater breathing spells? I don't think so. So how would you... Anytime you don't get that very specific perk, I guess maybe if you get down here... No, I don't know. You could, there are some spells that allow you to transform liquids to other liquids. But I don't really think there's anything that lets you banish any liquid. So it's not like changing the water to something else like concentrated mana would necessarily allow you to, like, create a big void here. Maybe if you make a giga black hole, it hangs out and just consumes all the liquid. Otherwise, I don't know how you would do this. But yeah, now I'm very curious about what is to the left here. If I made a... we can cut a gap here and it'll be fine, right? Just like keep the angle pretty sharp here. And create myself a little bit of a window into whatever shenanigans. I don't know how that was getting all the way up there, but all right. Okay. Oh, it's just the top of the... Huh. Thank you. Does that make sense? Is that the same... Yeah, that's the same triangle. Or diamond, rather. That's so weird. Why is there one set of temple background, like, up here to the right, and then another one down and to the left of that? Very strange. I do sort of wish I hadn't turned that all to concentrated mana. But I was testing something. Well, whatever. It's a shame this is all metal instead, or rock instead of metal. Concentrated mana would have solved this problem right quick. Just burn it all down to the lava. Well... I wonder... What happens if you shoot acid into concentrated mana? Anything fun? No? Okay. Acid will melt water away, right? But it doesn't, like... It creates a bunch of gas and stuff, and that gas eventually condenses back into liquid, I think. And we just have a bunch of bombs, but, like, that's going to be of limited value, I would think. Yeah, we are having a problem here of there is too much damn liquid. Oops, that's the wrong wand. Don't really know how to resolve it. I do sort of want to just dig upward and find the surface. And I mean, we must be getting kind of close. Oh, hey. Do we find the top? Is this where the new top of the water level is? No, this is just where the concentrated mana stopped converting the water, I guess? Weird. Why would that be the case? Why would there be a top to that? Okay, careful there. I am not always as careful as I should be. That could have been really bad. See, it's interesting that so far it doesn't seem like it does... Oh, never mind. I was about to say it doesn't seem like it does staircase over on the right side, but there it is. There's our first instance of that happening. I wish I had any sense of whether we are at the same height as the staircase effect that we saw on the other side. Alright, well, it looks like this is not going to be a viable way to drain the lake. There is just too much goddamn water. I really would like to see what the essence of water might do, but I don't know how we would get down there. Maybe you absolutely do have to have the breathing while submerged perk. We've done a lot of rerolling here, though, as you could tell from the fact that it was $1,600, that last reroll we did. And I didn't see it. That seems like... I mean, it could just be that whatever it is you're supposed to do with the essences, it's supposed to be, like, only achievable once in a blue moon. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna call it here for today. Not that the suspense isn't killing me, but unfortunately, I do not have any more time to devote to exploring the vast underground nightmare of Noita. So, we're going to stop here for right now, and when you come back next time tomorrow, we're going to pick this up. I will have dug back in the direction of the frozen vault, I guess, and we'll see what's down there, and then we might take another crack or two at solving this lake problem if I can think of a way to do it. And we'll see you then.